Hey guys, what's going on? It is DaleyGaming here, and I am back with Born in the Fire America mod. It has been quite a while since I've actually played this mod on the channel, because it got taken down for copyright issues, but it is now back. I think they actually made their own custom skins now to deal with that copyright claim, but I'm not entirely sure, so don't quote me on that. But either way, today we have a really cool battle, pretty massive one, so hoping it doesn't lag too much. I don't think it'll be too much of a problem. But today we are doing the burning of Washington, or rather the battle that occurred before it, the Battle of Bladensburg. This was during the War of 1812 when the White House was actually burned down by the British Army. And this is pretty much known as like one of the greatest disgraces in United States military history. Really, really sort of devastated just about everyone, because that's your nation's capital, you know, and the symbol of the United States. Well, I don't know if the White House is the symbol. It wasn't even called the White House back then. It was like the what is it, like the House of Manners or House of something like that. Or like the presidential manor or mansion, something like that. It's been a while since I knew that. Either way, James Madison was the president at the time. He went into the Battle of Bladensburg, commanding his troops around. Sadly, they failed, and he retreated. Famously, his wife took the painting of George Washington with them and saved it from the White House along with some other artifacts. Either way, huge devastating defeat for the United States Army. So we have the Battle of Bladensburg here. So we have the British over here coming after the American soldiers. Now this is obviously the quote-unquote White House, not really, and essentially we have just a bunch of United States soldiers all around, just surrounding the house and up against these defenses and stuff like that. Not a historically accurate battlefield, but hey, it's as close as I could get, and I mean, I think it looks cool anyway. Over here we have this sort of little aqueductish thing, I don't know, where we have the front lines of the American forces, just sort of the preliminary scouting force, with 2 cannons up ahead and 3 lines of infantry, getting ready to greet the British over here. And then further back we have pickets and all sorts of other barricades and defenses, just sort of leading back into the White House for the inevitable burning of the White House. We're going to see if we can find some like grenades or something like that. Just burn it down, you know. Alright, so either way, let's get this started. I'll probably be commanding the British a little bit more during this, just to get them moving and stuff like that, but they are on direct control, so they should go automatically after a while. So here they go, they're marching forward, and immediately the first line just gets absolutely crushed. Please remember that these are muskets and farmers' rifles, so they're not going to be super accurate, but they will definitely get the job done. The cannons are going off with pretty devastating effect. Not a huge radius of explosion on them, but still pretty cool. The redcoats are getting rather close now, as they probably have to in order to get the full effective range of their weapons, but the cannons are, oh, they look so epic going off like that. The first line of United States soldiers is totally crumbling now. There's very few of them left, but you can see that some of these guys back here, not these guys, but the very front line over here, is actually joining in the battle and trying to help out their guys. And the redcoats are actually getting some pretty good cover over here. The guys out here are getting hurt pretty bad, but mainly just by the cannons, I would say. Everything else isn't really doing too much of them. Yep, that's sort of the end of the United States lines here. There's only one guy left out of the 3 lines, and he goes down. The cannons, surprisingly, are doing pretty well. This guy's going into the water for no reason. There he goes, and that's the end of those 2 frontal cannons for the United States soldiers. But now the second line of U.S. soldiers is going to be taking over, and they themselves have a cannon over here on the side of the road. and they should be getting into an engagement here pretty soon as the Brits come forward. Let's go ahead and do some commanding of the Brits. Have a couple of the Jerrys come over here against this fence line, and then we're gonna scoot a bunch of them up to the very front fence, and the rest of them can hang back and do some cover fire. There are just so many of them that they should be able to overwhelm the Americans pretty well, although the Americans are in defensive positions against barricades, so they should fare fairly well. Fairly. Huh, that's... I don't know. Alright. And, yep, so they're making it to the fence line now. A couple of them getting taken down. I do think because they uploaded their own custom models, which I'm still thinking that's what they did, or something like that, that the mod runs a lot smoother now, and also the gunfire used to make it lag a ton, but I mean we have a ton of redcoats on the field, and I'm getting very good FPS, about 30 right now, which is really impressive. This one guy just sort of skidded to a halt out in front of the fence there. I don't know what he was trying to do, but he got mowed down by the Americans. Americans are holding their own, actually. Very few of them have gone down on the front lines here, and they are able to take out the British. This cannon is trying desperately to take out this fence area. Not doing a hell of a job, but it's trying. I think this is going to be a key point over here, this road. So let's send a few more British soldiers over that way. And the fence actually goes down. I didn't know these were destructible, but that is awesome. Sometimes with mods you don't get the destructible elements or whatever, but really cool that they program that in. Maybe those aren't even modded. No, I've never seen those in game. I'm guessing those are a part of the mod, the fences, which is pretty cool, I would say. So we do have the British coming up now. They should be populating these fences just fully, which is going to be good because now they have cover, and oh, that officer goes down, not even being able to fire his pistol. Oh man, this really is just such a great mod. I'm so glad it's back. We really didn't have a great sort of like mod with this period for a while. We had that one wow, I can't even remember the name of it now. Wow, I really can't remember. But it was a sort of Age of Empires-ish period of mod, sort of revolutionary era. I think. Was it? I think they did Civil War as well. But I mean, they just didn't get content out very fast. But Born in the Fire is just such a fun and in-depth mod. They have so many different skins and stuff like that, going all the way to the Civil War. At least the old version went to the Civil War, and it was awesome. I don't know if this version does go to the Civil War. I haven't fiddled around with that yet. God, I can't talk today. Let's see. We can press F2 and check it out. Yeah, they do go into the Civil War, which I'm really excited about. Definitely going to be doing some more of that. You can hear their muskets like clinking around. Maybe that's a cannon. Can't tell. And another section of fence goes down with a whole load of redcoats with it. Oh my god, they're going to be next if they don't move. Oh god, this group is going to get decimated. Oh, it only went for the one guy. Oh, it would have been cool to see. Either way, these Americans on this side are holding really well. I don't think we need British reinforcements quite yet, but maybe pretty soon. We need Jimmy Mads to evacuate. We need to give him some time. We do have the Stars and Stripes back here. I think, had we expanded yet? Yeah, I don't think this flag is correct, because by this time, hadn't we already done the Louisiana Purchase? Maybe not, because War of 1812 was, of course, in 1812, and it was sort of the whole Napoleonic Wars conflict and that kind of a thing. And Napoleon was in power for a while, so maybe the Louisiana, because we bought it from France, from Napoleon, because Napoleon thought, oh, I'll sell these to the Americans, and then I'm just going to conquer the world anyway, so later on I'll take it back. But I'm wondering, let's just Google it. When was the Louisiana Purchase? Louisiana Purchase. Let's check it out. 1803. Okay, so Yeah, I think by this time that's an outdated flag. That's just the American Revolution flag that goes with the American Revolution characters, which was close enough to the War of 1812 that it would be like sort of similar war uniforms and stuff like that. The United States had a very, very small army during the War of 1812, of course. I mean, their largest battle was Battle of New Orleans, and that was fought with mainly slaves and pirates and all sorts of like prisoners and stuff like that. Very little of U.S. forces during that was actual soldiers, and that actually even happened after the war was over. Um, After the Treaty of Ghent was signed, and then it took so long for treaties to go overseas and stuff like that. It took months at a time to sail them. That there was no way to know, hey, the war is over, we don't need to fight this battle. And it was a great victory, actually, for Andrew Jackson, nonetheless. Future Presidente. Although kind of an asshole. But, that's a whole nother thing. He was a strategic genius and a war hero. And a lot of good things, I would say, came from Andrew Jackson, but a lot of horrific things as well. Trail of Tears, that kind of a thing. But he was actually the only president to get rid of the national debt. Now I'm just spewing random A-push facts at you, which is always fun. I always have a good time doing that, but, let's treat these Jerrys to a nice little... Bam! That killed no one. Maybe the radius of that cannon is not as much as I thought. Either way, the British are advancing pretty well over on this this right American flank here. The left will probably be outflanked, sadly, and that cannon will probably fall. A couple of these guys have gone down, but just not enough for the British to get any headway. We'll just keep them distracted with a couple guys over there, and then we'll flank around, I think. That's probably the best strategy for it. These guys keep on getting decimated in the middle here. Finally, the Brits sort of got a foothold and broke through, and they've just been taking out the Americans left and right. But they're still taking a good amount of losses. I think the defenses over here are going to be really tough to take out because they're so close-knit, and it's really good for sort of guerrilla warfare over here. And then not to mention we've got some guys lined up on this fence over here. We'll get some nice crossfire on the Brits. And way back here, actually, there's some firing going on as well. I don't know if it's back here firing. Here's some grenadiers right here, actually. Let's see, do they have grenades? They do. They do. They have a little pomegranate capsule Hans Excelsior. It's a heck of a name. Heck of a name. Let's try it out. Just to see. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the good stuff. Let's see, do we have any... I think I might have kept all of our grenadiers back for the very end. Yeah, I think I did. Why don't we get this grenadier forward, try and take out some Brits with the grenades. It's a bit of a suicide mission. Dick Richard Johnson. That's a hell of an American name if I've ever heard one. Dick Richard Johnson. Isn't Dick short for Richard, so... Why is it Dick Richard? Maybe Dick is his nickname and the hyphen was just there to clarify it's a nickname, or maybe it's just being redundant. I'm not sure. Toss the grenade! The pineapple, or what they used to call it? Was it a pineapple grenade or a potato masher or something like that? I don't know. Yo! Bye, Dick. Sorry, bud. Yeah, British reinforcements are going to be necessary. I'd say probably right about now. Let's call in a couple squads here. We'll get a pretty good assault going over there on the right, and we'll get a nice bit of reinforcements for the middle here. These guys could get mowed down by the cannon pretty quick. Not sure. Let's check it out, see what happens. I don't even know what the cannon just shot at. Was that even the cannon, or was that the guy next to the cannon? Oh man, the artilleryman just had a bullet scrape by him. If he goes down, the cannon goes down, and then I think this entire side goes down. And there he goes. Only 2 Americans left over here. Oh, 3, sorry. Let's retreat them back to the next line, or at least try to. Come on, guys. Oh God, that guy got beat up by the officer. Stop reloading and run, man. The hell are you doing? Oh! Oh, that was rough. Only one of these guys actually made it. That's a shame. Alright, should we treat these guys back as well? Get them back to the farm. Or the White House. The White House farm. Get back. Back, my friends. Alright. We'll leave that group of 4 there to cover their retreat. And then we'll get these two... We'll get these two to the very back here. To the mana. And, oh god. We've actually left ourselves exposed to a flank here, so we're gonna rotate these guys around, and then we're gonna keep these guys here to hold the flank as well. We got a couple of Brits over here, actually 3 officers. Kind of interesting that all the officers decided to go forward while the men stayed back. Maybe it's the type of weapon or something like that. We'll charge the Brits forward, get them against the fence and such. They are expanding pretty far here. Farthest one's up here. Another officer. The officers seem to go the farthest, actually. These are all just regular soldiers here, but the 4 officers, these 4 guys, 2 of them died. Oh, another one died. They seem to charge first, which is pretty fascinating. Brave Brits. Either way, at least they're not commandeering the cannons, which, I mean, I'd have to tell them to, but I'm not gonna. Do we have a cannon still? Yeah, we have this one back here. That's really meant to attack the road here. And is it facing the road, actually? Yeah, it is. It's really meant for this, or shooting the windmill if you want. It's not going to do much. But, I mean, if they start coming over here, it's not going to be effective at all because of this ledge and the fence. So, I mean, really, we want the Brits to come this way. That's where we're trying to funnel them, you know, having all these guys along the walls here. Trying to funnel the British into this road area where defenses are the weakest until you hit this, which is just a block with a cannon, and that's going to be devastating for them. Either way, we've actually got some advancing on this side. Only 3 guys left on this flank, 4 more over here in case that falls. Here's another grenadier, Stephen Evans. Is that Captain America's name or something like that? Can't remember. Either way, Captain America, we're going to send him down this way with his grenades. Get into the aqueduct or irrigation system or whatever this is. And get up there. Be an American hero. Captain America! Wow, that was terrible. But he did get a kill with his musket. I guess that's cool. And he went down. Sorry, bud. Man, I really screwed you there. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Alright, whatever. I need you guys to start actually firing. That'd be great. Oh, God. I can't get these guys to fire, really. Alright, let's abandon this fence. Get back. I'm going to try and consolidate some of our troops over here. We're definitely going to need some more forces this way, you know. I'm going to keep all those guys there. But yeah, I'm thinking this guy's alone over here. Get him back. And then, I don't know, I think we want to keep these guys here. At least some of them. But yeah, I'm trying to beef up the defenses at the very back here. These guys are going to be obsolete over here, I think. And they're all dragoons, actually, so pretty valuable forces. Or 3 of them are dragoons. So we're going to pull them back like that. You know, honestly, I don't think the British are going to come through here. I thought there was an entrance into the gate here, so I put a bunch of guys there, but I'm not thinking that's going to happen. So we're going to shift these guys, and we're going to shift Old Glory this way, too. So these guys actually see some action. Good. Some of the defenses here actually block the fire of some of the men, which is kind of a nuisance. So we're going to shift them around, the guys who aren't firing. These guys are all firing, that's good. And these guys too, good. Alright, so after messing about with the American defenses a little bit here, we can check back with the British. It looks like the farthest they've made it is right around here, where they must have just done a suicide charge or some sort in order to try and take out some Americans, but ended up getting stopped at the gate, where, I mean, they must have just ran into just the triple threat. They got these guys over here, these guys over here, and these guys over here, just firing all into them. These two poor blokes are just about to get wrecked, so why don't we shift them backwards. Come on, guys. Get back. We'll put them on that log over there. Really, whoever made this map, they made it beautiful. Oh, and here comes another officer attempting that charge. I think they're trying to beat back some of those Americans over there. Honestly, these three guys are probably just gonna die. I mean, probably without really getting any kills. Only one of them has kills. He's got 3, which ain't bad, but I mean, I'm thinking they'd be more valuable over here. We're not giving the British any more reinforcements, by the way. We're limiting them to what they got now. So yeah, we're gonna move those 2 guys over there. That really just leaves this group and this group out in the front here, which they're gonna get chopped to pieces, I think, if they stay. So let's retreat them as well. Then, I don't know, maybe we just leave this group out here. Let's try and get these British to come forward now, because they're really just not advancing anymore. They're just firing from a distance, which is not going to help their cause. You know? So we're going to bring them forward. Come on, boys. Okay. Get forward. I don't know if there are any more officers left. I think they all got absolutely chopped down. Alright, so they are coming forward fairly successfully, I'd say. They are taking some losses from all the Americans who just haven't fired yet back here. And they're taking some losses. Americans aren't really taking any. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do just one more small stream of reinforcements for the British, because I mean, I think they do have to win the battle, but I want to make it so the Americans actually put up a fight. Because I mean, they did lose this battle, and I'd like to make it historically accurate, sort of, because I know a lot of you guys enjoy it when it's historically accurate. So, gonna try my best. So I mean, the British they're advancing, I guess. Not really. They just got to take out these guys, which they're doing an effective job of. Now that they're so close, there's really only one guy left here. Oh, and he goes down, but not without taking one of them out. And so finally, we're down to the final line of defense here. Well, I guess you could count it as a couple lines. Like, you got the main fence here, you got the secondary fence, 3rd line, 4th line maybe. I mean, that's stretching it, but we'll see how it goes. We're going to leave these guys here, even though they're fairly vulnerable, but it is giving these guys some meat shields to fire with. Oh my god, Grenadier tossing a grenade at a Brit over there. That was pretty cool. Way to go, good strategy. Faster than having to reload your musket, that's for sure. This guy just got his hat blown off. Tri-point hat. And this guy's firing through the fence like a badass. These two are about to feel some pain once those British troops come even closer, but then this cannon's going to back them up with some open fire. As the Americans on this wall, there are a couple of them are firing, but I don't think they have the greatest line of sight, really. These guys over here are probably advancing the best of the British troops. The American soldier who was carrying the flag has dropped it and whipped out his pistol. We'll support him because we need all the troops we can get. But these Brits over here are advancing pretty far, but luckily we do have this backup fence over here in case these guys fall. So they should be stopped in their tracks. We're really still trying to funnel them all this way, which I think should work out. Except this line has just about gone, and there he goes, the last guy there. Should we... Oh man. Alright, you guys retreat back. And, because, I mean, once the area is gone, like, there's no point in keeping people there, right? We'll retreat this line back. Someone just say, you jerks? Oh, man. Insults flying. We're going to retreat everyone back to the stone fence here. Try and really consolidate our firepower. I think that'll work out for us. We're going to have some of these British who really aren't coming forward at all come forward. Alright, guys. Go forward. Alright, the Americans over here are looking rough. Some of them are bandaging. Some reloading. Popping up, trying to get some kills. Oh, God, here comes... Oh, man. The redcoats. Coming forward. What is this guy doing? He's going around. I don't know why. Here are the British over here, actually. Looping around. They took out those two guys at the logs. That's a shame. They've been alive for a while. I'm sure they got a good amount of kills. Really, it's just this guy alive over here now. We're going to retreat him back to the front line. Retreat him back to the front line. That doesn't make any sense. To the main line, I guess. We're going to command this. Oh, baby. I think we got one kill. Cannons aren't as effective as you'd think. In this mod, I definitely wouldn't say. This one's got 2 kills. I think you really have to direct hit him. That just completely missed. Oops. I don't think the Americans are going to stand a chance against this large wave of British soldiers that are coming forward now, but we'll give it our best shot. Of course, we're going to lose because it was a losing battle. See, that should have killed those guys. It says the cannon's got 2 kills. I don't know how it's getting the kills, so I'm going to leave it to its own devices. This guy's like looking up at the sky. I think he's bandaging himself. Hold the flag up, buddy. Flag bearer, come on. There you go. You're better than that. Jeez. Gotta inspire the troops. Oh, and he goes down hard. Oh, man. You can just see that the Americans are not having a jolly good time like the British are anymore. Although they are holding their own pretty well. See British bodies scattered this way and that, really. But, I mean, it's just overwhelming odds at this point. See, this was definitely the kill zone I wanted it to be, with just a lot of downed British officers and troopers. The cannon being less effective than I thought. It's got 3 kills, which I guess is better than the average American soldier, but I mean, it just fell. We're not going to reman it because that's just a suicide mission, I would say, and at this point, we need the troops. We're going to recycle them over to the wall as their comrades fall. Really, this is just... The president's evacuated. His family has. All government officials, senators, congressmen have evacuated D.C. And we're just trying to hold fast best we can, give them as much time to cover as much distance as they can. Wonder where they headed after the fall of D.C. Probably like New York or something like that. Before D.C. was the capital, the capital would just sort of transition through different major cities. I know it was New York for a while. Hamilton wanted to make it New York because that's where he's from. Well, he's not from there. He's from what, St. Croix, I think. But he lived there, so I think he wanted the capital to be there. But either way, the Americans are starting to drop more and more here, as they're slowly getting surrounded by British. But I don't know, you're seeing some Brits go down still. I would say not at the rate they were dropping before, but I am glad we consolidated our forces back here. I think it's a little more effective to have this kind of firepower and suppressive force than before, although they're not doing a ton of suppressing. You can't really with muskets, but I mean, they are able to pop up every once in a while. I mean, there's no chance they win, but at this point I think it's taken out as many of them as you can. And let's see if we have any grenadiers. Is this guy a grenadier? Yeah, he is. Alright. Oh, now he's a dead grenadier. Any of you? You're a dragoon. you've got grenades. Toss them out there. Yeah, buddy. Alright, Dragoon. What's your name? Chuck Taylor. Oh my god, his name's Chuck Taylor. Like the shoe. And Chuck Taylor's dead. The shoe brand that never existed anymore because Chuck Taylor himself is dead. Oh god, they're all dying. You, go pilfer Chuck Taylor's body. Go, my friend. Take his grenades. Oh god. Take out the grenade. Oh no, he's reloading and they don't stop reloading until they've reloaded. Oh god, you're gonna get captured, my friend. Oh, he got beat down and captured. And there goes the last American soldier over there. A devastating loss, I would definitely say. Let's see if we can't get a English grenadier here. Try and blow up the White House with some grenades. Alright, buddy. A Hessian grenadier. Of course, I don't think they used the Hessians during the War of 1812. Though I could be wrong. I think that was just an American Revolution thing. Alright. Here we go. Got the explosives unit coming up. Ready to take down the White House. That didn't do much. Alright. Let's give it another go. Oh, oh. Sorry. Alright. I've got another idea. Let's typing in didn't work. Alright, I'll be right back and we'll burn down the White House. Alright guys, we're back. And who knew that the British had some advanced technology a couple hundred years before its time. The crocodile, the flamethrower tank that we're gonna utilize to burn the White House, and apparently the British troops as well, who were sitting on the crocodile. No one said it wasn't a user hazard, you know. But we're gonna go. It looks like the trees around the lighthouse are burning. There's one tough structure here. I don't know if it's actually breakable. We're gonna give it a go. Maybe we'll try running into it. Oh, nope, the engine's burning. This White House is indestructible. God. Alright, you, my friend. Oh, God. Even that didn't... it's kind of burning. Yeah. Well, the tank around it's burning. Let's just call that burning. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you did. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.